I'm like, girl, you said this, so you need to do that, or you need to check this because you said this. So yeah. And then the last question is, do they keep their word? This is important too, because like this really shows integrity, and that kind of draws into that trust piece as well. Like, does your friend keep their word? And there's many examples that we could use within this, but you know if they keep their word or not. You know if that's the type of person that they are. And granted, like, your friend that you're feeling this way about may have some of these characteristics. They may motivate you, but they don't challenge you. They may keep their word, but they don't have your back and they don't hold you accountable. So you really have to weigh your pros and cons in this situation. Like, is this friend pushing me closer to where I want to go in life, or is this friend pushing me further away from where I want to go in life? And that's really what it comes down to. Yes, I gave you these questions so that you can start thinking about that, but you have to really have the discernment to know, and you have to listen to that. And that's the hard part. Like, you may know that this person is not pushing you closer to where you're supposed to go, but you may feel bad. You don't want to be looked at as the bad guy. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But at the end of the day, you have to choose you. You have to choose where God is calling you to go, because that's really what it comes down to. I'm going to repeat these questions back to you so that you can either write them down, pause this video, write them down, think about it. So, question 1, do they motivate you? Do they motivate you to be a better person? Do they motivate you to be closer to God? Do they challenge you? Do they challenge you within your personal life? And do they challenge you to be obedient to Christ? Do they have your back? Do they hold you accountable? And do they keep their word? So that is the 5 questions that you want to ask yourself when you're thinking, like, is this friend a good friend or not? The Bible verse that I want to hit on today is 1 Corinthians 15:33. Don't be fooled by those who say such things, for bad company corrupts good character. And I wanted to do this verse because if you're hanging around the wrong people, if you're hanging around people who you know you should not be hanging around, it's going to corrupt the character that God is trying to build and God is trying to instill within you, because that is who you are and that is your character. And if you're going back and resorting to people who may have resonated with your old character and your old self, then that's going to corrupt the character that God is building within you. And if you pray for these things, you pray to become this stuff, but yet you're still holding on to these things and these people that are pulling you further away from the person that God is calling you to be, you're going against completely what you're asking and praying for. And sometimes in those situations, you don't realize that in the moment. You don't realize that that is what you're doing, but that is what you're doing. And it takes stepping back, really sitting with yourself and being like, is this the best for me, or is this pushing me further away from where I'm called to go? So I hope that this helped. I hope that this helped with discerning whether this is a good friendship for you or not. And just know that, like, you're not alone. There's a lot of people that go through this, and you're not wrong for feeling like this either. I think you guys, don't forget to follow the social media at Steph_Deal. Leave a rating and review and share it with someone who may be discerning whether they have good friends in their life or not. And don't forget to take care of yourself, because when you're not your best self, you can't help others become their best selves as well. I love you guys. Bye.